And we're back with a Symphogear overview. Lychee Punnett had to leave, but that's fine because I've been reading the cards the entire time, so you can just pretend that I am your lovely host. So I guess I will open up the floor. What do you guys think of Symphogear XDU as a set?
I know so little
Standalone
about
or in
Symphogear
conjunction?
in general.
Uh,
Unfortunately, it still
biz-
doesn't feel like the set is outrageously good though.
Business as usual
So maybe next
for
set.
Simple Gear.
Yeah.
Do you know that's exact? Did you guys say something like
Yeah,
that?
Lychee literally said,
For the-
like when I said maybe there'll be something good for this card in the next set, I was referring to the Chris Bonder, I believe, and then Lychee said, sounds like something we said during GX or something, and that's pretty accurate. I think Symphogear, something about it. I remember when G came out, it was pretty awkward. GX also came out at an awkward time. There's all these cards that people seem to look at, and they seem promising, but they never pan out how they think it will, or something, or it's just completely overshadowed by the surrounding sets. That being
Um,
said, I kind of like that the set has a different philosophy on how some of the cards are designed, in that the characters are either being paired up and either they're being paired up, or in Chris's case, Chris is kind of doing her own thing. But in all the pairs in the set, I feel like if Bushiroad arbitrarily doesn't want to give Symphogear too many good cards because it's music trait, like that's my conspiracy theory. I feel like that they are on average giving the characters better cards by restricting them to these like character pairings. Whether or not that's a good thing, I don't know, but I like playing a number of the decks I've made from this set. I think there are a number of actually pretty successful, competent decks you can build, though most of them require the old set. I think this is a pretty awkward standalone set if you're just getting into Symphogear.
I think that's gonna be true though for most of these older, like long-term sets, anyways. Except for Persona. Persona's just like whatever.
I mean, they just did like hard reset on Persona.
Yeah.
Like they're like, fuck
Yeah.
this,
But
we're not, we're
Persona's
done.
Historically had that issue with every main
Yeah.
core set, anyways.
Yeah, because each persona, like each series or collection of characters, it's like if there is a driving trait between them, there's no way to transfer it because it's never been Persona user. It's just like, hey, what's this character like? Oh, he likes sports. Oh, he Junez, that's a trait now, I guess. Like stuff like that. At least they were able to keep it all together with Phantom Thief and Persona 5, but obviously that kind of shuts out all the old cards as well. For the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other set I could think of that doesn't incorporate a lot of the old stuff is like rewrites.
Sure, but I mean, it's not a typical thing, so it's
Yeah, at least for how I've built my decks, I need a lot of the old cards. Anyway, so I think that sums up that pretty well. What are your guys' pick for the best 3 cards in each color? Let's start with yellow.
Yellow. Crap.
I like don't even remember anymore already.
Okay,
Hibiki level 3. Anti-salvage brainstorm, and the double search. I like that card a lot.
My list might stop at the anti-salvage brainstorm, but I can't remember what else is in the deck.
I like all 3 of those cards as well. That Tom said the Hibiki level 3 is a pretty good top end to have. That sort of Arl Yami-esque stack cancel burn strategy will probably be good until they make an anti-burn deck that completely flips the meta upside down. Anti-salvage brainstorm is also nice, but it's definitely a your mileage may vary thing. But having the floor of search brainstorm is fine enough. Double Searcher is a pretty good card. None of the other yellow stuff really stands out to me.
Maybe the Miku early play, but whatever.
Miku early play is kind of garbo, I think. I like the Miku Zero, actually, the give something 1500 and the climax ditch salvage.
Yeah.
Kind of combines like as far as old decks go, feel like it kind of combines two cards you might have been running anyways. And more importantly, I think pumping power for your Shimakaze combo is pretty good because it's not that big. Okay, who wants to talk about green cards now?
Double early plays, and
Yeah.
then the 2-1 assist. I like that card. Yeah,
Yeah,
double
I
early
think those are fine.
plays and 2-1 assist. There we go.
I'm fine with that. All three cards that synergize together. No love for alchemy, but maybe next set. I'd like to give a I like to give a special shout out though to the 1/0 Shirabe that does the climax salvage effect and is a beater. That card is that card will always be sweet. Okay, red. This one might be a little weird. Because man, red was hard.
3/2 Chris, like the Ikaivo Chris. That
Yeah.
is
Yes.
the best card, I think, by far.
More so than the clock bond.
I think Clock Bond's number 2.
Yeah, I think Clock Bond is number 2. I think just Clock Bond
But,
is
like,
just more
by
specific.
far.
Oh, well,
I think
sure.
they're both pretty
Sorry.
close.
Yeah, they're pretty close. And then it's kind of just
It's,
not so.
like I just see a
bad
bunch of
cards.
cards that are either bad or with potential. I think the 1/0 Chris Bond has potential. I think Billion Maiden has potential. I think the Maria Burn 4 package has
I think
potential.
all the rest of the cards end up being like super narrow, so it's hard for me to say like there's a third best card because your third best card is like just randomly based on what deck you decide to build.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like the Maria Burner the most
I
as
think
the
Maria
next
Burner's
slot though.
fine. I mean, it's kind of generic, so it's good enough, I guess. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I never disliked playing that card, but
screw
It's
it.
that's
like a
not
buy
really a
two
great
get one
scale.
free thing though.
Pardon?
It's like a buy two get one free.
Whoa,
The Maria is the free. The Maria Burner is the free thing you get when you buy. Sorry.
Oh.
When we're choosing. Sorry.
Oh, when we're choosing. Oh, I was really
First
confused because I
color,
thought you
yeah.
were talking about the Serena somehow.
No.
Yeah. Red was a bit disappointing. Red, we kind of memed a lot because a bunch of the cards are low impact, but Chris Burner and the Clock Bond are exceptional cards from my testing. And then the Empress Rebellion Maria is fun. And you
Yep.
know, this game's allowed to be fun sometimes, regardless what people might think about it. Now, blue. Probably like combo build 3 Tsubasa healer. Like
Yeah.
in
In
no
that
particular
order.
order.
Choose them. Pick them.
Whatever.
Well, okay, I would probably put the Amino Habakiri Tsubasa first, the healer second, the combo third.
Sure.
I think that Mill 3 Tsubasa is just insane.
I'd go healer combo then Mill 3 then Amino Habakiri Spasa. But
I think I put the Amino here.
Sure.
Habakiri first, personally.
hard to go wrong.
Yeah, I mean they're all very solid cards and they're all very key cards for Tsubasa or Zweiwing decks, so the order probably doesn't matter. They're all high impact and you're probably playing max copies of all of them anyway.
Yeah.
So I guess closing thoughts, better luck next year, Symphogear.
Yeah, you know
season
it's
4.
Set, right? Like it's a
Yeah.
Power up pack.
It does like there's a season 4, right? And
Wait, really?
yeah,
Oh.
season 4
Well,
was
I mean,
airing while
okay.
this was spoiling.
I guess we're getting another
So
set.
next year, we'll find
We
out.
can be disappointed next year too.
The only thing I'm curious about that is they've built up this I don't want to use the word built up, it's not that big. Just this like quote unquote Kanade Tsubasa deck is never going to get Tsubasa cards again until there's like an XDU set too.
Oh,
Wait, why?
What do you mean why?
I don't know. What did something happen to Tsubasa?
He dies in episode 1, dude. It's not even a spoiler.
Oh, Kanade.
Oh,
You
I'm
said
so
Tsubasa. I was really confused.
great. We have to re-record this now. I look like a
Uh
fucking idiot.
oh.
nope.
And then same thing with like Serena cards, because Serena is dead before the series even begins. Um, so yeah, they kind of set up these decks, and if there is a season 4 set, they can't totally follow through with them, but I'm just curious to see where that goes.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Short overview this time. Fewer people. But so
Yep.
that's it for Symphogear. Symphogear gets to have that classic meme rating of better luck next year.
Yeah, man. Just like the title of the set says,
I
Hee
mean-
XD.
Better than what I get for Terraformers, which is better luck never. I'm never, ever getting a new set. But that's fine. So I don't remember what the
Star
next
Wars.
set
Now
is.
you don't need terraformers. I think next set is AOT.
I think you're right, and I think
Yes.
UA is probably going to join us for that because
I'm gonna be on it too.
so it's going to
I
be an extra long, heated discussion. I'm sure.
I mean, maybe
Yes.
the
No.
set's pretty straightforward.
this is
like
guaranteed.
Yeah, let's
even for UA, I
This is
think it.
guaranteed.
Yeah,
well,
whatever.
let's not spoil anything, right? Let's
Well, there's no spoilers. We haven't recorded it yet, but if UA is
well,
on
let's
it, like,
not tell them that. Let's make them think we have a backlog. But yeah, hopefully AOT will be out soon. As with right now and like Komodo Friends, we've kind of been making compromises in who's on the cast to try to get them out faster. So yeah, hopefully AOT is soon.
yeah. So until next time.